We got a good one here of Wesley against Astro. Astro in the Eagles uniform, starting with the ball on offense here. And then we have Wesley in the Atlanta Falcons. Now, this is part of the MCS playoffs, $1 million tournament, essentially. Big time stakes. So both these guys are known as being very, very good offensive players. And so let's break this bad boy down as we hit a little pause. And now we're right back into it. Okay. So we're actually getting Wesley's point of view for a second, which typically they won't show defensive point of view. But Wesley going to be in the dollar or the dime 3-2, it's called nowadays. And he's running a little bit of a loop blitz. I'm actually curious here in a moment to see if this is what he sticks. It almost looks like I'm curious about something for a second. I'm not going to talk about this play until I see second down. I actually wonder if he was just in the wrong thing for a second. Let me see. Yeah, and he was. So, or no, so he's calling, I can't remember what play this is called. We'll see in a second here, but essentially a little bit of a loop blitz is happening right here, right? Bang, just like this. Now, what's important to note here is what his user is doing, because he's actually setting something up. And this is a big part of running defense, especially like a blitz heavy or any kind of defense, is disguising things, making things look the same. And when you're running blitzes, ideally you have like 2 or 3 blitzes that all kind of look the same. And check this out. So right here, he's getting his user into the gap, but he has this linebacker looping. Now, there's another blitz from the same look where user comes into the gap and linebacker loops right here. So as this game goes on, we might see him go to that. And the reason that's important is because those are 2 different protections to use as Astro throws kind of a riskier ball into the seam right there. Wesley's leaving one of his safeties up a little higher than I thought he would, and now he kind of brings him down. And let's see what happens right here. And this actually, it looks like this blitz angle is going down, so we'll see how this blitz works out. You see here, Wesley's, both his safeties are down. He's calling a play called double safety go and then audibling. The reason you call this play is double safety go has both safeties blitzing. So the play comes off stock like this. And because of that, they come down to the box, but then you audible and they stay down here. This means that he's going to play this seam way better in that area right there than if he was starting up here, right? It's hard for him to go down if he's starting up there if he's in a deep zone. So a lot of people do this strategy. You'll see if he uses the strategy. And there's that blitz coming in. So now we've seen 2 different blitzes, both from the same look from Wesley. And just like that, that's a big part of the defensive scheme where now Astro isn't sure, am I getting looped at? Am I getting, I don't even know, like, what was that? Did that come through the B gap? I think it came through the B gap. Am I getting just straight B gapped right here? Yeah, it's B gap. Am I getting straight B gapped right here? You see, now he's going back to the loop. It is picked up, and this is just 4-man pressure, okay? Astro does a good job. Sometimes I feel like on second and long, people can get too, I got to get it all back at once. A big thing that you can do on second and longs, almost always, because think about it, second and 20, you know what your opponent won't have on the field? Hard flats. Drag route, get 8 yards, third and 11. Have essentially 2 downs if you wanted to go for it to get that first down, right? Right here, a little backward. Oh, he threw just the worst read ever. Oh, wow. Okay, so check this play out. He's in bunch tight end for a second, and he's going to go with a little whip route. Okay, there's a little zig. Now he's going to playmaker this guy back. So what that's going to create is this guy going this way, this guy going this way. And we also have halfback, but we'll ignore him for a second. Now, in this case, the zig ends up getting wide open. But the zig, watch, playmaker backwards. Zig gets wide open right here. Astro throws it, for lack of better word, directly at Wesley's face. Now, Wesley does not catch the pick. That is frustrating. I think that should be a pick 100 out of 100 times. Not even 99 out of 100. 99 out of 100 implies fluke. We don't want that. That should be picked off every time. And now Astro's just going to settle for the 3. And Wesley's still, obviously you want the pick, but holding somebody to a field goal, pretty good in this game, so you're fine. So the way Astro was able to actually playmaker that guy backwards, right? Because that zig was going to the left side, but then ended up going to the right. So first of all, there's a feature in the game called just playmakering, which is with the right stick with your quarterback. If you want to practice mode right now, snap the ball, wait a second and a half, 2 seconds, and then flick the right stick. The wide receiver or the receiver closest to the QB will go in the direction of that right stick. Now, there's an ability called Master Tactician and QB Playmaker. There's 2 abilities that do this that make this way more responsive. So if you had a drag running to the left, you just flick him to the right, and he'll literally just turn around and run to the right. Honestly, it's incredibly OP. The ability is really, really good, especially Master Tactician. We have a video talking about that, but that's the ability you want to use on your QBs. And wow, user lurk from user lurk from Astro. I want to let you know real quick that we have a 30% off sale going on right now on my website, civil.gg, using code P30. This can unlock the best offensive and defensive schemes in Madden 25 and College Football 25. We have over 300 individual pieces of content up on the site right now. And by joining, you'll be joining a community of over 1,000 active members that are actually winning more games using our stuff. We did a survey the other day where we got 159 responses. 98% of those people said that they have won more games since joining. And you're not just getting content from myself, but you're getting content from some of the best players in the world literally every single week. The link to civil.gg is in the top of the description. And again, with code P30, you're gonna get a cool 30% off. If you want to start winning more games, that is the place to be. I'll see you over there. And now let's get back to the video. I'll be honest, it's tough to throw user lurks in this game. I'm curious what happened right here. We kind of missed a little snag route. So this is the formation, gun, normal, Y off close. He called the play PA snag and just threw, honestly, just threw a really bad ball. Like the user's getting over there. Just a bad ball from Wesley. I don't know if he just kind of misjudged the leverage or what the deal was, but just a bad. We get a replay right here. I think he might have just lost the user because the user started out down here. So I think he just lost him. And I mean, right here looks like he'd throw it. I think he just waited a second too long. And just like that, we actually see Astro, he got half stopped his first drive, but now he gets the ball right back. And it's like, oh, we might have a ball game here. Like, we might have, right? Because honestly, first drive was like, ooh, Astro, that ball he threw was kind of bad. Like, ooh, we don't know. Is this overload seam? I can't remember the name of this play. I'm sorry. There's a play, though, that he's audibly to that has either a slot or a safety blitzing, and then this guy also blitzing a linebacker, and it's a zone play. It's out of cover 3. It's probably overload seam, something like that. But this guy's looping. So again, you're looking, and now Wesley's actually tipping his hand that he's not going to run that engage blitz. We'll see if this makes the blitz any better. Astro in the bunch tight end. Does a little 4-man, hits a quick flat to JMO, and JMO gets tackled for a gain of 9. Pushing into a 2nd and 1. We'll see the red zone strategy here now that we're inside the 10. Obviously, real football red zone gets referred to inside the 20. Really, when you get into video game football, you notice a change in play style once people get inside the 10. Once players get in that area, you'll see them start calling different plays, get into different formations, maybe run the ball more. And right here, he's actually going to go to the bunch spread nasty, a new formation added to the game. And we'll see what he's doing. Wesley again with that loop blitz, going to run the ball and gets outside just barely. And that's one of the things taking advantage of the pursuit in this game. The pursuit in this game, very, very bad, especially when trying to chase to the edges. So kind of watch what he does right here. A little wiggle. Right here, you may have missed it. He wiggled just a little bit and then went outside. That got this guy, the defender, to bite in just a bit. Now he's chasing his outside hip, but he's not going to get there. And he's going to be able to barely get the outside. Now, and yeah, you can really see that. If we watch this, Justin, I do want to point this out because this is a massive deal. If he doesn't do this, he doesn't get this first down. And so imagine this on, a 4th and 1. Watch it. Just a little boom right there. Wiggle. Then, someone else cleans up. Good, honestly, good flow into the ball from Wesley's defense. But, yeah. And so, big time hit from Derwin. But he did get the first, and it's all because of that wiggle. And if he doesn't do that, it brings up a 3rd and 1. A little scary. Instead, 1st and goal from the 6. And here, Astro's coming out in gun deuce. He'd never be in gun deuce unless he was inside the 10, right, in the red zone, really. And he's actually going to check down into the single back wing slot. Yeah. Or wing flex close, probably, I believe it's called. And they go to the zone weak. Gets easily shot, but good stick right there. That's all left stick. Now, he didn't get into the end zone, but this is all left stick right here. This is genuinely a good gap shoot. A big thing people would do for run defense is just hop on a safety. You essentially get this guy who would usually never be involved in a run play, right? Derwin up here. Get him coming down as your user. But what we're going to see Astro do is, this is just good vision, right? This is obviously clogged. This is going to go here. I'm shocked he didn't get in the end zone, to be super honest with you guys. Like, I thought he was in. But gets caught up just a little bit short. And this could be a tough area to score from, right? 2nd to goal from the 1. Let's go 6-2 on defense. Okay. And keep in mind, we almost never see defensive perspective in MCS. This is actually like a production messed this up. I don't know why. Something happened with the other feed. But yeah, they never show defensive point of view. Goes quick flat. That's going to get defended. Okay. Now 3rd and goal from the 1. I'm curious what we might have from Astro here. Wesley rocking all. I was going to talk about their clothing. Honestly, pretty plain clothing from both of them. I respect it. Astro, I've never been a zip-up guy. I've never been a zip-up hoodie guy. I'll say that. And nothing wrong with it. I just don't think it looks good on me. I've never been a zip-up hoodie guy. He is a zip-up hoodie. Black. I love it. Gray hoodie from Wesley. I don't have any gray hoodies. Both these guys are both, like, honestly, I like the hoodie from Wesley. I just don't have any gray hoodies. Not sure what brand that is. Astro, I like the hoodie as well. I like the color of the hoodie. I like both colors. I'm just not a zip-up guy. I'm just not, I don't know. Maybe you guys are. Anyways, goes pick. Absolutely. Astro's throwing a few balls where I'm like, that's what we're throwing? This is a good example of it, too. And I don't know if he just saw hard flat and thought it was a hard flat as a shaded down man. Maybe he saw a shaded down man and thought he could throw that. Maybe he can't. I just don't think you could throw it that close. I wonder if that's a play he just hasn't called from that close and just like wasn't totally sure. I'm not sure. A little technical timeout. We'll skip ahead here. We'll skip ahead again. And we're going to get Wesley now on offense on his own 38. So remember, Wesley's first play from scrimmage earlier was that pick on the snag route. We did miss a throw from right-handed Michael Vick, but it was a corner route to the tight end. We'll live. And I can't lie. They are taking their sweet time right here. They're taking their time. No hurry, it appears. Both players very content just sitting. I'm not, though, and I might skip. I don't even know how this is still taking so long. Like, you actually just have to pick your defense. I'm unsure of what's happening on the field right now. Okay, here we go. Gun normal while off close for Wesley. Probably an Eagles playbook, I would assume. And he's going to keep that tight end to the wide side of the field. Now, very basic route combo right here, and he actually misses a read. So, this is kind of cool. A little flat. This can be a quick throw if they don't respect it. Or this is going to open up this area for the tight end drag. This is very similar to what we saw Clef in our breakdown video of Clef's game. He did something very similar with a tight end flat, or a halfback flat and a tight end drag. Then we have post route coming back across, and a nice little snag route right here. So it's just going to do a good job attacking it horizontally. Truth be told, I'm curious how much he calls this play. Just of the two plays we've now seen of Wesley, he's kept this snag on the field twice. And I'm just curious if he likes that a lot or not. When I ran normal wide close, I did not use it, but I sucked in this offense. Probably the offense I've been the worst at of all time for me. Gonna go to this return route play. Gonna take away the all in motion. Let's see, a little pressure right side, throw it away. They have a card of Michael Vick in this game that made him right-handed because lefties have a little bit of a bug with them. And so Astro running a pretty similar defense to Wesley okay. Well, tight end seam. Yeah. I mean, can we not like just do, okay. Tight end seam. Look, you have a tight end streak right here. This guy's outside. This guy's too far outside. He's probably an inside quarter potentially, or deep half, but I think inside quarter. Pass him in, get to a foot race, boom, touchdown. Pressure is coming though, but gets that ball out very, very fast. Slightly annoyed by missing that play, but it's okay. And just like that, Wesley takes a 7-3 lead. Both these guys have honestly just made mistakes on offense early, and Astro almost out. But like, yeah, for being very, like, they both, wow, I mean, dang, they missed it again on the replay. They didn't even show the start of the play. Fair enough. Both of them have made mistakes so far on offense. So let's see what Astro's able to do coming back out. They're both moving pretty fast as well, I feel like both of them, the way they play the game is very like up tempo, I would say. Very rarely do you see them cool, calm, and relaxed. And we're just gonna eat a delay. Genuinely speaking, I don't know what either of them are doing in terms of all the like of like the technical timeout and then just taking a long time to call plays. They're having some issues, obviously, and we're just gonna. Wesley appears to just be like, I'm not sure. Okay, we're on 2nd and 10 now. Astro's on offense. He just went to the trips tight end. By the way, pretty sure he's in Seahawks playbook. And oh wow, big time bomb. So this was kind of a cool design bomb right here. So check this out. So he's gonna get a roll out to the right side, a little double team on the right. This outside wide receiver is on a deep curl route. And this looks like a streak, right? Like I'm thinking streak. This is actually a deep corner route. This is a corner route that gets stemmed up. And that's actually going to bomb this third. And he's going to roll out and throw it on the run. This is a gotcha. Like, this is very much a gotcha bomb right here. Like, haha, you didn't see it coming. AJ Brown with a massive gain. And that's like these guys, especially Astro on offense, and Wesley is too, but Astro is very much a gunslinger where he's gonna throw some balls. Like right there was cool. He's gonna throw some balls though that are more questionable, that are like, oh, here we go. Let's go. Boom. Had potential for that seam over the middle. It almost looks like ever so slightly, just because a couple of the balls that Astro's thrown, that either his eyes just aren't moving fast, or he's just like unconfident in what he's seeing sometimes. Because right there, but I've seen Astro play, and he's a very good offensive player, and like that is a seam ball that he could have hit. And I wonder, he's just made a couple of bad reads. I wonder if it's like kind of in his head potentially. I don't know. Hits that deep curl route, gonna end up picking the first down and some, gets down to 1st and goal in the 7. And that's gonna take us to the 2nd. All right, Astros in this gun trip Seahawks playbook. He's gonna absolutely call this halfback direct. Absolutely going halfback direct right here to William Perry. Good defense though from Derwin and Wesley, able to blow it up for just a gain of 2. There's a few plays out of here. I'm curious if he goes back to it again. No, he's gonna pass this time. Goes quick flat, and that's almost like a blown coverage. Like that's one of those things. Like if you're Wesley, you're kind of annoyed at yourself with. Is he leaves this curl flat here? This is a deep zone. And it's just like, dude, you're at the 5-yard line. Like one of the more predictable routes here is just a flat, right? And Astro, what does he call? What's the actual play call here? Oh, it's a zig flat. Yeah. I mean, and then flat in route. Pretty predictable play call. Just I think almost like maybe Wesley is thinking too much about the halfback direct again or something. I don't 100% know. It's kind of blown coverage. It gives Astro an easy touchdown there. And that's almost like, that's very much what you need though if you're Astro. Because I mean, you have thrown, and he's not dumb. Like he knows he's thrown a couple of balls that are like, ooh. And yeah, here's the snag route again from Wesley. So he is a fan of this exact play. This time though, gets taken down. I want to see if we can actually see Astro's defense for a second. So he's coming out in that dime 3-2. See the user coming all the way over. So really big thing here, engage, get this blitz to come in. And then these guys usually going to be some sort of inside quarter. This guy you might get aggressive with a flat or an inside quarter. This guy could be a flat or an inside quarter. And then these guys could be hooks or flats. Or you could get some cross manning in there too. But this backer is either looping or coming free up, or trying to come free through the B gap. Right there, there's a good example of it. Got to get rid of that ball fast. And with this defense too, there's a lot of potential for like D-line picks and things like that. This defense is just very, very good. Something to keep in mind too is that 1, 2, 3. This is a 3-man blitz. This right here is the defensive tackle. So Astro is now zoning out that DT, and it makes a big difference. If he didn't do that, that snag would have been open for a quick little dump down. Wesley probably needs to start blocking his halfback here, or the other way to attack this blitz, and it's very hard to attack a 3-man or 4-man blitz like this, but is to just get the ball out before the blitz gets there. Little corner route left side. Pretty tight throw, good dot. If you push that ball too far inside, it's picked. Too far outside, it's out of bounds. He Goldilocks it right there. Perfect. The perfect temperature of the porridge. Yeah, it's porridge. Perfect throw. Bet you didn't think you'd get a Goldilocks reference in this video, man. I'm feeling myself. Wesley is always keeping this tight end to the wide side, but even with a blocked halfback right there, like this blitz is screaming, so he's just having to get rid of the ball very, very fast. This tournament in general, they did a lot of these replays. They've done a lot of them. I'm just thinking about the other games I've broken down. I'm like, they have really, and it's like, okay, that's interesting. That time blitz does not come free, and I almost want to say, let's see what Astro's user does here. So user's right here. Oh, I think he just messed up the switch because he got switched over here. And I don't know why he switched to the right, but then try switching back in the middle. He could have. This is more blown coverage than it is a great play, because this should be bagged, honestly, with a good switch stick or a good user. And instead, just a bad switch stick, a little bit not the best, like the user's whatever, but the switch stick to the right kind of put him out of position, open up the post route pretty easily. Really, Wesley is just trying to get him up the seam, it looked like a little bit more. Or, yeah, let's see. Y sail, blitz again, throws a corner route, and he's going to hold on to that. A little bit more of a scary throw. Those corner routes wide side can be tough this game. That's where, like, dude, the switch stick in this, like, being able to beat the switch stick at a high level is so important. So important. Be able to predict where they can get to based off where their user is. He was gonna throw the tight end, and I'm not. Maybe a perfect click on catch. Maybe. Let's see. Second and 10 now from Wesley. Goes deep speed out left side. Got to assume this is going to be an out route. But with this deep speed out, this is actually going to push flat zones to the sideline. I mean, the zig right here can be open, right? So you got to watch this slot wide receiver. He's on a little zig. Be thrown in this pocket, or it could get thrown late as well, potentially. And we might even see, yeah. So we're even going to see this tight end on a flat route. So he's really going to open up the zig in the seam. And it's not there. He's going to go out. That is not open. That should be picked off every time. Both of them have made some reads. Both of them have made some reads. I will say the balls that you're seeing not get picked, I'm saying, like, ideally you'd like to see get picked. They're high balls. And it's because high balls are so hard for the defense to intercept. If you go back to a similar play call, I think he ends up hitting the zig right here, though. We'll see what the user ends up doing. But no, he has post route. Maybe he will. Got it. KO, though. And he really couldn't get a good pass lead on that. If you watch his user, if he sits in the pocket, you get a better pass lead, better catch. But he ends up taking off of the middle. So ideally, you'd throw this ball and pass lead it down a little bit more. And if you're sitting here, you could. But he's rolling up, pass leads it down only with the left stick instead of free-forming it. So here, lets the safety make a play. That is actually like a pocket issue from Wesley. Because he easily could have, I mean, you've probably seen like the throw post route, catch it down kind of aggressively. That's a touchdown. He's not able to do it there because he was on the run. One finger was on the right trigger, other finger was on, or thumb was on the left stick going down. Just can't really freeform in that situation. It's tough to. And now it's a 10-10 game. Astro gets the ball back. I feel like this has been kind of hectic. Astro runs the ball to start off, gets tackled. Curious if at this point we have clock on our mind, right? 2:50 left. This play can take it down to 2:30. Well, this play can take us to a 2-minute warning, really. If Astro chooses for it to. We'll just wait 10 seconds. I think you absolutely do. I feel like he's going to snaps. Okay. Hits a quick seam. And one thing Wesley's doing is he isn't always bringing those safeties all the way down. Sometimes he's backing them up. And, like, look, he's actually touching both of these safeties to begin each play. They're coming down a little bit, but usually they'd come down to, like, right here. And he's touching them. It's to prevent a bomb over top of them from one of these guys. But it's now allowing the seam right in front of them to get thrown. So a little give and take from that. Let's see. Again, Wesley, though, sitting in the same idea of either he's looping or he's sending that pressure. Both look exactly the same. Switch to see the playmaker goes up and over. Just didn't get it. And you'll see every single play. If you're not noticing one thing on defense, take away that these guys are switch sticking pretty much every play, right? And the reason I mentioned that, right, is because I think switch stick is a feature. Look at the D tackle. He's zoned out right here. Switch stick is a feature I feel like that a lot of people are like afraid to use, don't really know how to use it, or they're kind of being stubborn, right? And you might be the one being stubborn where, you know, you're like, I'm not going to use switch stick. It's a new feature, but I just don't need to use it. And it's like, dude, these guys are playing for tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, actually. And this is a $1 million tournament. And they're all using switch stick. If it wasn't the most important thing in the game or one of the best things you could do in the game, you wouldn't see literally everybody do it. But everybody at this level does. One of the best ways to get better at switch stick, in my opinion, as we're at Big Third 19 for Astro. So I'll shut up for a second and let's see this. Little loop. Hits the seam. The seams, oh wow, the fall forward's nuts. Telling you, the seams are so big. But one of the easiest ways is just make yourself switch stick one time a play. One time a play. Easy way to start building the habit. And you can just go underneath, right? You don't have to hit the deep zones. You can hit a flat. You can hit your hooks. You can hit, I mean, those are 2 underneath zones. I would say I would try doing that and you'll get the rhythm. And then once you get a couple switch stick picks, changes everything. Seriously. You'll see so much. All right. Little loop right here comes in free. And this can be the issue with mesh concepts, right? So we get, I think, drag right here, okay? These guys are going to mesh at this point. Now, that could be great, especially I love drags in this game, but I want you to check out what kind of happens here. Pressure comes in, and now pressure's screaming, and we have 2 routes right on top of each other. You can't throw either of these right here because you don't know if this guy could go that way, right? You don't know if the defender could go this way, play him, or the defender goes this way, plays him coming across. So it'd be a guess pass. So, and you can't really make a living off of it. It's very tough. And now when it's cleared up, he tries making that read. Pressures came in. So as much as I love mesh concepts, they are great at beating zone, great at beating man. They're so good at attacking underneath and a big rack potential. That's a really good example of an issue with mesh concepts is that they do take a little bit of time to develop because you have to wait for the guys to clear out. Right here, you got that seam, the post. Good little dot right there. Those could be scary to throw just because of switch stick, but he's able to hit that one. Good pass lead on it. And Astro, minute left, calls his first timeout. See what Wesley does right here. In a cover 3 shell. Nothing really there. And this is a really good example of switch sticking. Like, this is really, really good. I want to be so clear about what just happened. So we have, I believe, double corners right here, right above my face cam. Double corner routes. Wesley has a hard fly on the right. Wesley's going to switch stick. Boom. As soon as you see the switch stick, like Astro's reading over here. Switch stick. Okay, eyes are going back over here. This drag is going to get open in this area, assuming this guy goes up, right? Or goes to the sideline, anything. Wesley baits this, knows eyes go off of this, then switches back here to play drag. Very, like, this, like, look, that is insane. Now, if you're Astro, your eyes now have to go back to the read that you've already said is bagged, right? Because you saw the user was there, the switch stick was. So you're like, okay, I'm moving, but then switch stick is there. It's like, oh God, now I have to go back. And then he doesn't even have time, right? Then you got a blitz coming in your face. It's tough, man. It's flipping tough. A one-sided contain from Wesley right here as well. Gets the flat to William Perry. That's going to be tackled inbounds. Interesting. 30 seconds now left on the clock. Now 30. Okay, 2 timeouts for Astro. He doesn't call his timeout here. So he's cool with this running a little bit more, just going to half. Really up 3 is the goal. Good switch stick from Wesley. And Wesley's just killing it switch stick-wise. Like, he is killing it. If you want to watch a great, like, watch this, no audio. Just watch it, Wesley on defense. So, Astro, gonna kick his 3. This should leave 17, 16 seconds left on the clock. You're in a pretty good spot. One big thing, and I say this every situation here, whether I'm playing or these guys are playing. Do not kick it out the back of the end zone here. Absolutely do not do that. Out the back of the end zone is they get the ball to 30. If you kick it short, beautiful. So now he either has to return it, and actually this is hilarious because I know what happens. I just want to be so clear that does not happen very often. Kick return time. That is the risk. I want to be so clear. That is so unlikely. I mean, I don't know if Astro has like a kickoff like method he does or like, type thing he does. I do. It is crazy. Like, I think the thinking's so correct right there. He just let up a kick return touchdown. So unlikely. I bet he has not let up a single kick return touchdown since then and in this entire tournament up to that point. Nonetheless, though, he does. And I know there's gonna be someone comment, that's why you don't kick it short. It's like, I think you do that 90 times, 100 times. So meant like 95 are just tackles. Tackles around the 20. But Wesley just looked like that meme. It's like the dude like thinking. He's like, I don't know what he's thinking about, bro. We got 6 seconds left. He's thinking about something. The Astro just gonna hand the ball off to William Perry. Gonna try trucking. I actually think that's so risky. And this, like, a fumble here kills you if you're Astro, like death. And Wesley's gonna do a smart thing. I see some people like do too much right here with 1 second left. Like, bro, just go man up 3 deep. Get back. If Astro and like get your user back too. I think in this situation because you can't even launch it to the end zone. And it's like, bro, if he catches a Hail Mary and scores, he's a dog. Like, he's the best. What do you want me to say? I believe that too. Like, some people be doing so much here. It's like, bro, like the best chance of them scoring is like you doing too much on defense. Lobs it up. That's what I'm saying. Like right here, like, dude, if he scores off this, Astro's a dog. Instead, Wesley gets an interception. Now, we only got Fat Boys back here because Astro set his halfback out. And that is one of the craziest end of half sequences I have seen in a game worth this much. Wesley down 3, mere 17 seconds ago of game time. Kick return touchdown, goes up 4. Pick 6 on a Hail Mary, goes up 11 into half. That is nuts. I have not seen that happen before. And Wesley gets ball at half right here. So it's 2nd and 10. Wesley's up 11. He really should be down 3. Like, you would expect him to be down 3. Now Astro gets an illegal contact when he forced a 3rd down. Wesley's now getting lucky. And again, like, the kick, like, does the kick return and pick 6 take skill? Yes. Are they both pretty fortunate things to happen? Yes. And then the legal contact's just annoying. And just like that is how fast these games can change. That's football, baby. That is football. Like, if you like football, that's something that happens, man. Just how the game goes sometimes. So it's so awful if you're Astro, though. Like, it almost feels like the game's been taken out of your hands. Running out of timer. I think he has 2 clock on still on accident. Gets half back in the seam, though. Oh, I'm sorry, Wesley. Wesley has 2 clock on. My fault. I was tripping for a second. Wesley gets to a 1st and 10. And I'm curious if his play calls change at all. He's going to go touch pass right here. So a little bit. A little bit looks like. Touch pass, an easy play for potential big yardage. Probably won't end too poorly, especially kind of a random one right here. And will keep the clock moving. You see him taking the play clock down. And he gets a massive play. And, like, dude, if you're Astro, this is sickening because, like, again, do those things take skill from Wesley? Yes. With that being said, that is one of the most low-skill 21-point swings I think I've ever... This is a 21 unanswered, by the way. Off a kick return, off a pick 6 and a Hail Mary, off of a jet touch pass that anybody could... Like, all 3 of those things, I'm confident that you and I both could have done those. Respectfully to Wesley. Great plays by Wesley. Great play. I know Wesley. We're friends with Wesley. But, like, I don't know if I've seen it in that just, like... It's not even a fluke, though. It's just, like... Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's just wide open. Like, good play calls. Good play calls, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. If you're Astro, you're sick. If you're Astro, you're sick. And now the blitz is humming. The blitz is starting to scream. Mind you, he had the post route open, but he's probably kind of annoyed. Let's see. You're down 18. This is your tournament life, though. We can't give up, right? We're fighting. We got to. We got to fight right here. And he's fighting to throw a pick. So the early bad reads, I'm like, those are just bad reads. I'll be so real with you. Every bad read from here on out from Astro, it's justified. Like, one, he literally just has to, jeez, that was a bad read. He has to just score fast, obviously. And then 2, I can't lie, this is probably pretty demoralizing. 21 unanswered like that's tough. He loves this deep curl route, though. He really does. But it's kind of bagged. And, I mean, dude, like, it feels like a minute ago, it was, Wesley was down 3. And, I mean, it's just, I don't even know. It's just how these games go. You go inside zone. If you're Wesley, right, you're up 18. I mean, it's like everything for Astro now is going away. Your run defense isn't even, we're not doing nothing. It's like, geez, man. Yeah, now Wesley's just going to go to RPO, hand that ball off. Doesn't even care if he gets yards like that. Obviously, for Wesley, you know, he's up 18. A touchdown here ices the game, essentially. 3, Astros in the game still with 3. With that being said, if you're up 3 scores, if you're Wesley, in the 4th quarter that we're about to hit, you're up 21 points. It's like, I don't know. The biggest thing here is just, and touchdown. Yeah, this game just got 28 unanswered. Just absolutely got out of hand. Astro hits a quick seam dot right there. Gonna go hurry up. That's a 6-second runoff, bro. And in one of my other videos, I was talking about how the runoffs make no sense. I have seen that be a 30-second runoff, like 15-second runoff. Oh, runoffs are random. Gotta get the snap off, though. Every second now is so important for you if you're Astro. And he's gonna just take a sack, 2nd and 16. So I actually like this route coming quite a bit from Astro. So what he's doing here is he's got speed out. These are obviously very tough to defend. He has return route, very tough to defend. Post route, very tough to defend. And then clear out. So it's going to push everything deep. And then halfback either on a flat or a wheel. I actually love this route combo. Biggest issue with this route combo is protection can be bad sometimes. Hits underneath to Worthy. Worthy's going to get some yards and get out of bounds. And that's what, dude, this is just such a, like, you're just fighting for your life, man. You really are. Fighting for everything. It's so, only like comfort you can say in this situation is for however fast Wesley scored, maybe you could, you know? And Astro is known for scoring very fast, for being an offensive player. 4th and 1, though, is huge. We'll see what happens. He's going to take his 3. So he's down 25. That's going to cut it to 22. I guess. I mean, you can't even critique like anything at this point in terms of that, because like that does cut it from a 4-possession game to a 3-possession game. Obviously the odds of winning are just so low. It's like, who even cares? And then the big thing here, we actually skipped it on accident. Astro did onside it, didn't get it. And so for the sake of everyone's time here, Wesley's just going to run this ball. And because, see, that the onside from Astro's tough because it just gives Wesley the 3 right back. And Wesley's just going to run the ball. We're at, he ends up kicking a 3 on 4th and 1, 2-minute warning. So he's up 22 right now. Kick 3, go up 25, 4 possessions. That's the ball game. I'm not going to sit here. Like, Astro's not really going to lock in anymore. Wesley's not locked in anymore. Sometimes the games just go like that, man. Like, that is the best players in the world. If you ever feel like the game's against you, like, again, Wesley played well. Astro did. I actually think Wesley genuinely just played better than Astro by maybe a decent margin. Astro threw some kind of bad balls, but I think the 21 unanswered right before half and after half, it's that stuff right there, man. It just feels like the game's almost against you. In hindsight, of course, is like, oh, you should have kicked it out the back of the end zone. It's like, dude, it's so unlikely for a kick return touchdown to happen right there. And then a pick 6 on a Hail Mary is so unlikely. And then a 30-yard jet touch pass touchdown is like, come on, man. Right after that, you know what I mean? But yeah, with that being said, if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you want to get better at Madden or College Football 25, check out civil.gg. Link top description. Use code P30. Get a cool 30% off. Join over 2,000 active members. 98% say that they've won more games since joining. That's a lot of percentages.